All right, guys. Hello. We're back. We're back with another stream. We're back with another community update. All about Moralis, new features, and today we're gonna have a huge episode. Why? Because we're launching the DAO, MoralisDAO. We're also launching weekly challenges, as I will soon explain to you what they mean. And we have this whole concept building up quite nicely that I will explain to you very, very soon. But first and foremost, welcome everyone who is watching this live. Good to see all of you guys. As always, set a reminder for next week, same time, same place, on this channel, Moralis Web3. And we're doing this at 6 p.m. Central European time. 6 p.m. Central European time, each and every Wednesday we do this, all right? So this is very, very important. And today we have a lot, guys. I mean, number one, we're gonna be speaking about Moralis Mages. What is a Moralis Mage? How to become a Moralis Mage? How to get Moralis Mage NFTs? Things like that. Then we'll also have the updates to Moralis that we've done last week that we're gonna discuss. And then we're gonna go to Q&A, we're gonna talk about the roadmap and so on and so forth. But first and foremost, smash the like, very important for YouTube that we smash up those likes. And yeah, welcome. Dalton, I see Dalton, Jack, Mauro, NME, Syndium. Guys, welcome. Ruski Car. Share this stream, by the way, also, guys, in our Discord for Moralis. And let's get started. The first thing that I really want to highlight right now is that we've launched the second version of the API. And I did a separate video on this on the Moralis Web3 YouTube channel, if you've been watching this week. But this is very important because now we've restructured how the API works and looks like. So if you go here to Web3 API, you see the new version. And basically, it's a small update, changing the URL structure
structures, because this one is now much clearer, much easier to use, but we've added one very important thing, and that is that when you check the balances of ERC20, for example, of an address, you can say to which block do you want to check. Basically, you can check historic balances. If you have a wallet, you can see what kind of ERC20s that wallet had at a specific block in time by specifying to block. And the same thing also works with native balances. So if you want to check how much ETH or Binance or Matic someone had at a particular point in time in the past, you can do that as well. So this is very, very important. And these are the updates we've had last week. And this week we have more updates coming up that we will be covering on this channel. One of them is the fact that you can use all of these new functions that we have here in Web3 API. You can easily use them from the SDK with very simple JavaScript functions. So all of them are gonna be in the SDK basically this week is the idea. Now, as you know, if you look at the title of this video, we do have something special. We do have the Mage, the Moralis Mages right now arriving. And so much so, we even have a story for you guys. I have even prepared some soundtracks for this story, all right? And you will understand why we're all need to become Moralis Mage, okay? Let me tell this to you. If you go to our blog, you can read the Return of the Moralis Mage. And so here is where I need some sound. So let me know if you can hear this. I have prepared some sound. This is some sounds. Let's see. You hear the sound? Let me hear the sound. Yes. You hear that? You hear that? Yes. Very nice sound. Let me read to you this story. Actually, very important story. Maybe a bit lower. Okay. You can hear this sound good? Voice good? Okay. All good, all good. Look here. In the dawn of Ethereum, all was peaceful, all right? ERC20 tokens traded gracefully across many Ethereum decentralized markets, DeFi markets. And we were all having a great time together, guys, at the dawn. As the network gave birth to the first DeFi dapps, network fees were paid in turn, and all benefited from this new age of finance, new age of doing business online, doing finance online. No more intermediaries, no more. This persisted, and the price of ETH grew, benefiting early adopters like you and me, guys. Benefiting the early adopters. All was good and dandy. However, this could not continue for long. Today, not all is well within Ethereum. You look at what's happening in the news last few days, last few weeks, you understand. The orcs and goblins of traditional finance, aka TradFi. The orcs and goblins of TradFi mobilize against the developers, okay? And this is... Okay, they mobilize. And you can clearly hear it by the sound. All of these orcs, goblins, traditional finance, they're hordes on the horizon. They're coming quickly, all right? They're jealous of the success of Ethereum. Listen carefully. Very jealous. And we have Ethereum developers. They're trying to defend Ethereum, trying to defend ETH all they can. They're struggling. They're trying. The Ethereum devs are tirelessly building to combat the hordes of traditional finance, trying to build stuff, trying to build dapps, but it's very difficult. You try to build an app, you use RPC node, you're gonna be building for months and months and months. You try to build a dapp, you don't have a good API for querying different things, you're gonna get absolutely destroyed, okay? These developers are noble, okay? All Ethereum developers are noble in their efforts, but their efforts alone are not enough. Why? Because the tools are bad. Who will save Ethereum, huh? Who will do it? And so when everyone has lost hope, all hope is gone, deep within the keep, a glowing M rises in the smoke. Okay? Who is that? It's the salvation. It's the salvation. Guys, we finally have the salvation. From within the keep, glowing smoke, a glowing M arises. Could this really be? Guys, can this really be what we're thinking? Yes, guys. It is Moralis Mage. Moralis Mage comes out and starts slaying all orcs. Left and right, orcs come. He's just slaying all of them. Orcs are attacking from each direction. Traditional finance orcs. Moralis Mage equipped with the latest tech. Moralis SDK using his staff. Fireballs going in all directions. Alright? He's not a stranger, but one of their own, a stronger and faster Ethereum developer. All stand in the awe of his power. A prowess with the dapp creation. A prowess. Google that word. I had to Google it. Okay, he's a prowess. Not witnessed since the creation of EVM. This is the strength of Moralis Mage, right? This is what's happening. Wielding the full power of Moralis. Power bursts from his fingertips, okay? And the invading army is disintegrated. They go. They leave us. They leave us alone. All the developers, they stand in awe at the speed and power of the Moralis Mage. His dapps laying waste to everyone of the advancing TradFi, traditional finance orc army. His dapps just destroying everything. Man, but for how long will this be able to continue, guys? Because the guy alone cannot do it. One Moralis Mage cannot do it, okay? We have to join. We have to organize. We have to organize in a huge Moralis Mage army, all right? Okay, next step. How do you join? You use the link below. You come here. This is your first step to becoming Moralis Mage, guys. Use the link below. You see moralis.io/mage. You see, powerful Ethereum developer. What you have to do, sign up here. Each and every week you will be getting Moralis magazine, okay? With all the recent developments and tutorials, how to do easy dapps, how to do them fast, and how to achieve success in the dapp development. So use the link below. And of course, this is the perfect segue to the bigger things at play right here. Because we are right now starting the MoralisDAO, all right? And the MoralisDAO, we're calling this whole community that we're building because we think that this is truly game-changing. For Ethereum, this is truly game-changing. By the way, let me know what you thought about the story. Not only do you get the story, guys, you also get the sound effects. I mean, that's the crazy thing. You thought it's only gonna be the story, but here we are. Oh, see, link doesn't work. One second. Link, one second. One second. Oh, let me correct the link. 1 second, guys. I did a mistake, I see. So, not only do you get the story, you also get the sounds. That's very important. Okay, let's see. Refresh the video now and try again. If it doesn't work, just go to moralis.io/mage. But I fixed the link now, it should work. It should work right now. If you go there and you open it up, let me try. Yes, it works. Okay, guys, very, very good. Let me tell you about the MoralisDAO, why we're forming it, how this is gonna work, and why it's important to join, and why it's important to be active. And every week, we're also gonna have programming challenges. I will tell you soon the first programming challenge for this week. So, MoralisDAO is the fellowship. Is the fellowship of Moralis Mages. Who is Moralis Mage? Moralis Mage is anyone who can utilize the power of Moralis to build amazing Ethereum apps. Because the reason why we don't have mass adoption right now in crypto is because developers don't have good tools. To develop a dapp today without Moralis takes ages. And if you've all tried Moralis SDK, you see how quickly it is. So the mission is to take crypto mainstream by empowering the developers. If we don't empower the developers, nothing will happen. If developers use primitive tools, they can only build primitive dapps, and nobody wants primitive dapps. Nobody will adopt it. So that's very, very important. So to join the fellowship, you go here, you sign up, and you will get an email with further instructions. For example, join Discord. When you join Discord, you can choose whether you are Mage or Mage Apprentice. If you join Discord, you'll see if you have 3 years or more of development experience, then you click Mage. If you have less than 3 years of development experience, then you click apprentice. And the whole idea is that we together work to educate as many people as possible. And we work together to really bring up to speed everyone who is new. And here's where I have to give credit to some other communities I've seen do it very, very well. For example, look at the Axie Infinity community. I love that community, but when you come to their Discord, you quickly see that you get so much help. You get so much help from everyone. So that is very, very important. And of course, this is what leads to mass adoption of crypto, all right? We have to have a great community, because without a community, nobody will join crypto, because it's very difficult to join. You need to adopt wallets, you need to adopt how do you do your private key, how do you do your public key. And the same thing is when it comes to development, that if we can onboard the developers from web, from mobile very, very quickly, we can have a very vibrant and very, very fast growing community and very, very fast growing industry. So that is the whole idea with MoralisDAO, that we have to take all of the web devs, all of the mobile devs, iOS, Android, and get them familiar with blockchain. When you look at our platform, Moralis platform, that is really the whole idea from day one. Because to build something on the web, it's very easy. All SDKs are very nice, all tools are very nice. And the same is exactly what we want in crypto as well, that it should be as easy. In crypto right now, we have 200,000 developers, guys. 200,000, it's very, very few. Globally, we have 28 million. So 200,000 versus 28 million. You see, it's a huge difference. Most developers are not even in crypto. And tool like Moralis, of course, will onboard millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of devs into crypto. If we work together, if we truly have a good community that pushes knowledge and pushes good adoption in the development. That's key, guys. And of course, at the end of the day, this will benefit everyone's bags. I'm always telling that if you have a bag and you have some tokens and they don't pump, tell the team to reach out to us so we can help them build faster. So we can give them tools to go faster and to have the roadmap really shrink. So to start with the DAO and really start with this new initiative, which is the DAO, we have weekly challenge. Weekly challenge where each and every week we together build different things in a theme to further the knowledge, further the education, and of course we help each other. That's the thing, we help each other. So we're gonna have weekly challenges starting from today. Today is the first weekly challenge. I will soon understand how it works and how the winners are selected and so on and so forth. So now that we're starting the DAO, it's all about that we build things, we spread the knowledge, and the weekly challenge is that we code working dapps using Moralis each and every week, and they need to work. That's the thing. With Moralis, you can really build quickly. You can make things work in a few days. And so a week should definitely be enough to build something that works, something that is functional within a particular theme. And so we're gonna have one winner per week, and the stream is gonna decide the winner. So next week, we're gonna show the different dapps that have been built this week. And then you guys, the community, can decide who won. And the whole idea is that we start distributing digital asset, AKA NFTs, in this case, to whoever wins, all right? So our NFT collection is gonna be only based on proof of code. Proof of code. The more people code, the more people can contribute and the better developers we have. I mean, that's how we want to distribute our NFTs. So it's not some kind of, NFT sale like everyone does. We just want to reward proof of code. That's the only thing. And of course, when you build up your portfolio, let's say you do these challenges each and every week, even if you yourself don't win, because there can only be one winner, and we're gonna probably have hundreds of different apps, but let's say that you yourself don't win next week or in a week. Look, if you do a project each and every week, what do you think will happen? What do you think will happen with you, with your skills? What do you think will happen with your knowledge? What do you think will happen with your capabilities in this space? Because you see that if you build something in 5 days, in 3 days, in 7 days, very, very soon, you're top 1%. I don't think a lot of developers can really build something that works in 7 days in crypto because they don't have the correct tools. And by the way, we're here to help. So the week number 1, which starts today, has to do with real-time messaging. So in this week, what we have to create, and by the way, soon we're gonna have Q&A. In this week, what we're gonna create is a real-time messaging app with group chats. And so this is just a theme. Of course, you can take it in whatever direction you want. But as an example, an app, a web app, where anyone can create a chat group and set restrictions. So that you can have a chat group and you can say, hey, to join my group, you need to have at least 10 link. You need to have chain link to join my group because I only want to speak to chain link holders, okay? If you create a group and you only want to speak to somebody who actually holds Cardano, you can do that. Or if somebody who holds some other ERC20 token, you can do that. Cardano is not even ERC20, but you get the point. Let's say you want to only speak to somebody who holds some specific assets. I mean, this is massive. Or as an example, you can do the same thing, but with NFTs. So you create a chat group and only the people that have certain NFTs can join. So this is the first week, this is the first task, and you can take it in whatever direction. I mean, maybe you have even better idea than this, but this is the general outline. And also, I want to show you how to do different things in Moralis, how to use Moralis for different things. So for example, when we're thinking about a real-time messaging app, you can literally do it in a few hours. If you go here to docs, if you go to our docs, and then you go here to live query, let's see. Database, you go to live queries, you can do a chat app using live queries, and you have all the tutorials here already. You can go to the docs.moralis.io and you can see already how to do a real-time communication app without any backend, without anything, really, without anything. You just use Moralis live queries. And so you can have a group chat already with people sending messages to each other. Next step is that you need to restrict it so that only people that have specific assets can join. And it's also very easy for you to do. Why? Because when somebody logs in, you already get all their assets. I mean, that's the thing. Somebody logs into your app. If you've been watching these docs and these tutorials, already without doing anything, you have all their assets in Moralis. So you can just query, hey, does this person has this many coins? Does this person have that many coins? And then you can just structure your app so that each group that is created, each chat group, it has its own restrictions. And you just see, hey, does this person have the assets needed to join or not? I mean, this is amazing, guys. This is really what I think gonna propel the industry, because we have a lot of talented people in this industry, but at the end of the day, we need to get our hands dirty. So by doing these challenges, we hope to inspire more building. Each and every week, build something. Look, each and every week, just do it. For fun of it, we're gonna show it here on the stream. We're gonna do some interviews with great dapps that are being built in these challenges. But most importantly, you climb the ranks in the MoralisDAO. You get digital assets confirming your skill level and your greatness within the ranks of Moralis mages. Because at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. We need to build a huge army of Moralis mages. This is kind of like Return of the Jedi moment, but bigger, because the TradFi, traditional finance orgs, are everywhere. They're coming quickly. And while Return of the Jedi was about saving some kind of planet, here we're literally about saving crypto. Crypto or some kind of planet. You see the difference. This is bigger than Return of the Jedi. So this is what we're discussing today. This is what we discussed. We're gonna take questions soon. And Sammy, by the way, I see a good question already. You can display how many tokens you have in chat. Exactly. It's up to you guys how you will build it. It's up to you. You can choose yourself how you will host it. We do have a hosting solution in Moralis as well, but I think it's only for static files. So if you want to build something that is not static hosting, you need to figure out something else. But look, if you want, you can host, but yeah, static hosting we have, but you don't have to host on Moralis. You can host somewhere else and just use Moralis. So that's what we're speaking about. Community for CryptoPunk. Exactly. NME. Exactly. That's a great project idea. You build something, and only if you have a CryptoPunk you can join. That's amazing. So if we can have many of these different ideas being built, amazing. And also, you have to understand your own benefit in this. Okay, yes, you win, you get Moralis Mage NFT, you become one of the few chosen ones. But even if you don't win, you have each and every week, you have a new project in your portfolio. Each and every week, you prove to the world that you're a great blockchain dev. And you know that when you're looking at blockchain devs, the demand is quite huge. It's insane. It's insane, demand in blockchain devs. So really see this for your own benefit as well. Hey Dalton, I understand how it works. I have passion for tech. I had difficulties. All right. Yeah, let's go back to tech. Time to go back to tech, Dalton. That's very important. Forgetting the old stuff, forgetting the old challenges, and going back to tech. Just like Moses told his people back to the Holy Land. We're saying right here, hey, back to tech, guys, back to tech. That's very important. How are you talking about orgs and compared to, yeah, exactly, Star Wars. Can PHP connect to JSON files? Yes, you can. JSON file, JSON is a standard for structuring information across all languages, all platforms. You can use any programming language to access and interact with JSON because it's just a data format. That's very important. I like this idea as I'm trying to write a real... Oh, perfect. Yeah, perfect. So in order to... Let me show you something here. So how do we do this? You have to join MoralisDAO Discord. You find it if you become a mage. You find it if you sign up here, bam. You sign up for this Moralis Mage website, which is the link below. You will get an email with the Discord link. So in Discord, you will come here, like so, bam. And here, let me actually create a chat right here. 1 second, guys. I need to ask our team to create a chat. Create Moralis let's see, create weekly challenge. Chat room, please. Okay, so soon we're gonna have weekly challenge in the Discord where you can ask a bunch of stuff about the current weekly challenge because we want communication. We want communication. We want to help you. If you're building this chat app and you're stuck, let's work together. Let's help each other. Let's ensure that it's smooth. It's very smooth. All right. So please join in Discord very quickly. And please also add to your calendar that each and every week at 6 p.m. Central European time, we do these live streams. All right. Start with one thing each day. And that will make everything else easier. Exactly. That's exactly correct. Thank you for notes. Yeah. Exclusive community for more questions, guys. Developers interested to code ADA dapps. Talk with me. So when it comes to ADA, we're gonna have a C chain probably soon, but they first have to launch smart contracts, which is in a few weeks. Native smart contracts, and then my understanding is that there will be an EVM that we can adopt. Yes. Is somebody ready to help me creating NFT platform for luxury goods? Ah, nice. You can go, Juliama, if you go to Moralis Discord, we have, let's see, can join Discord. Try to join Discord. So Steven, what doesn't work? Keep saying unable to accept. Do we have Mauro or someone in the chat who can fix this? Or let's see, let me see. 1 second, I will write to our team to ensure everything works. Ensure. One second, guys. Okay, hopefully it works. Good. I'm finishing Ethereum 201 course in your academy. Can I start learning once I finish that course? Yeah, I mean, if you know JavaScript, you don't even have to finish it. That's the thing. Ethereum 201, it's a lot about smart contracts, how to code dapps. It's a very deep course, mostly focusing on Solidity. But Moralis, it's so much simpler. I mean, you're way more overqualified to use Moralis than you need, because Moralis is super simple JavaScript stuff. You want to log in a user, 1 line of code. You want to send real-time chat app communication, 1 line of code. I mean, everything is 1 line of code, simple JavaScript. So you actually probably know way more than you need to start with Moralis. Moralis is very much underrated. More people should be here. Yeah, so we hope to join to grow the Moralis live streams. That's very important for us actually to grow them. And it's always fun to grow from scratch. You know, in Ivan on Tech, of course, we've grown it since 2017, and growing Moralis is kind of like restarting it. And there are no shortcuts. I mean, at the end of the day, there's no magic pill. You just have to do value each and every day, and it will grow. Of course, development community is way smaller YouTube audience than the market updates community. And I know you're all interested, so let's do that while we're here. You see, something very important that we're witnessing right now in the charts is the fact that we're below 200-day moving average, which is a big no-bueno. We're trying to get above it. I mean, now we're kind of above it, but it's still very uncertain. Very uncertain. And we've been speaking about the 200-day moving average for a very long time. We don't have any kind of decision at the moment. And also, this is something that we spoke with the moon, but keep an eye on this rising wedge. But go check the video with the moon. We're gonna discuss this rising wedge very soon when I publish it. It's gonna be soon. But okay, back to tech, guys. Back to tech. No market, no degen stuff. Only back to tech. Yes. Back to tech, guys. We're going back to tech, yes. That was at all. I wasn't logged in. Ah, man, you were okay. You wasn't logged in. Okay, good. So it works. I hope it works. Okay, good. It's all working. Please make sure to react with emoji. Exactly. So when you join, you have to react with emoji. Either you are 3 years or more experience in programming, or then you become Moralis Mage, or you become apprentice. So if you have less than 3 years to become apprentice, and then you can see different people in the chat, which kind of level of experience they have. I mean, the best thing for us would be to somehow make so that the NFTs that you earn from these weekly challenges, they're also seen in the chat. I don't know how to do it yet, but I think it's possible. It should be possible to set roles based on NFTs. That would be our project that we have to make. Yeah. I've been here since the days you used to do writing on a big note. Oh, Chris Martin, I watched. Nice man. Yeah, it's a crazy journey. So this is like restarting a YouTube channel from these early days when Ivan on Tech was also like 1 subscriber, and it's always fun because things are always different, a bit different, because the audience is a bit different. And that's the thing. We just want developers on this channel. That's very important. Why? Because that's the audience that we're out after. So that's key. When people ask me, hey, Ivan, why don't you like promote Moralis YouTube more? I mean, we do promote as much as possible only to developers, because if we promote to non-developers, they're not going to be interested anyway. And that's going to be bad for stats. When somebody comes here that is not interested and they don't get watch time and they don't watch videos. So yeah, that's important. When is Moralis Expert? Oh, so yeah, Moralis Expert is the program that we're launching in September. We will record the course for our academy soon, and everyone who takes that course and has certifications is Moralis Expert. And yeah, I think the opportunities are endless there, because we have so many people asking for developers that know Moralis. Different projects reaching out all the time. So this is, and I have all the time right now as well. People asking, when is Moralis Expert starting? We need developers. How can we build something quickly? And this is going to be very important. So we need a nice course for I Want Tech Academy. It will come. I Want Tech Academy, by the way, going to be Moralis Academy. We're rebranding. So that's going to be a big thing. Should I Want Tech Blockchain Academy help with Moralis use, or just provide... Exactly. So Ivan on Tech Academy will rebrand to Moralis Academy. We've already started doing the graphics and all of that. And we're going to have all the content we have now, but we're going to add more Moralis because Moralis is the easiest way to build. So in JavaScript courses, we're going to add Moralis. We're going to add a standalone Moralis course as well. But look, if you're just coming from JavaScript, from web development, for example, and you want to do something in crypto and you want to actually build things fast, like for example, you want to do a dapp like we just discussed. I mean, normally, this is months and months and months long project. If you do it with Moralis, you can do it in a week. That's why we're saying it's a week-long project. Now, let's see how many apps we will have next week, but I'm bullish that we at least see a few that are finished and have some kind of working UI. You can log in, you can join groups based on your assets. If I'm only in the academy, am I a dev? Well, you're a dev if you build things that work. I mean, a dev builds things, websites, dapps. That's when you're a dev. Is Moralis Expert's entry level or coding knowledge requires? Moralis Experts is not entry level. You need to know JavaScript at least. And then with the course that we're going to have in Academy, also all about Moralis. I mean, Moralis Experts, it's very... to become a Moralis expert, we're going to have certification, because it's very important that whoever we say is a Moralis expert is very good, because these are the people we're going to be recommending them to projects. And we get a lot of questions already from different projects. So yeah, that's... so JavaScript is a must, of course, before you even start doing the Moralis course. And then it is Moralis course, yeah. And we're doing the Moralis course now. By the way, guys, one thing is that we are looking for help in the forum also. If you go to forum.moralis.io, you know that you can ask anything about development here, and we're going to help you as soon as possible. But one thing is that we want more people to work with us and to be full-time forum. My dream is to have maybe 5 people full-time. Now we have two people kind of full-time. But look, it's not needed full-time, because it's not like each and every second something. But there are things here each and every 20 minutes, each and every 30 minutes, 1 hour. So if you're interested, email liz@ivontech.com if you want to be in the forum. Let me say it again. liz@ivan. And so for you to be in the forum, of course, you need to know. Here's, by the way, the email. You need to know Moralis, okay? So maybe you can send something you've built with Moralis to liz@ivontech.com. That's very important. But yeah, you need to know Moralis, you need to know JavaScript, because you need to be able to help with the questions. Like, for example, can you help this guy? Go through the forum and see, like, could you be useful here answering questions? If yes, then email. If no, then it's not a good fit. But if you go to forum.moralis.io and you think you can be useful, you could go full-time crypto through just doing the forum. I mean, that would be amazing. All right. I'm available to record, great at language and practiced. Are you a developer? Dr. Kindle, levels to everything, masters. With Bitcoin's Taproot and smart contracts on Lightning, would that make Bitcoin a better option to build, since it's more decentralized and secure? I don't think so. We will see if Bitcoin grows in smart contracts, we will support it. But number one, when you say that it's more decentralized and secure, I'm not even sure that is true, to be honest. I mean, is it more decentralized and secure? I don't think so. Maybe now when it's not all China, but before it was all China. So I wouldn't say that Bitcoin is more decentralized nor more secure than ETH. Absolutely not. But it's a very ideological question. I don't want to get into any Bitcoin maxi talk, and we're very agnostic. If Bitcoin sees a lot of developers and we see a lot of dapps, we'll support Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin, but for development, they are self-inflicting harm, meaning that Vitalik from day one came to Bitcoin developers and he said, let's add smart contracts to Bitcoin. They said, no, we don't want that. Tether tried building on Bitcoin. It was horrible. They switched to Ethereum. So I wouldn't say that it's changing now. But if it changes, amazing. Because of course, how great would it be to build smart contracts on Bitcoin and we have this whole smart contract community on Bitcoin? The problem is there is no big wallet to use Bitcoin on the web. If I'm to build any smart contract on Bitcoin, who's gonna use it? If I build a website, which wallet are they gonna use? I mean, in ETH ecosystem, you have MetaMask, and that's a big asset that everyone uses. There's no big there's no big Bitcoin wallet that everyone is using. So at the moment, I would say definitely not. In the future, maybe. And if that is, look, we're gonna support it, we're gonna build on it, we're gonna push it, but we're not seeing a lot at the moment right now. And hopefully it will be something, because the more people use Bitcoin, the better. But Bitcoin community themselves, they don't want to be a platform. They want to be digital gold, that's it. Bitcoin is more secure than centralized because people are running full nodes. Do you run a full node? Yeah, I don't know how many people run a full node, man. I think very few. I mean, we're talking probably. Is there any stats on this? I mean, it's not like hundreds of thousands. Maybe it is like maybe it's over 5,000. Maybe it's like 10,000. Bitcoin number of full nodes. One thing is though that Are you running global node, maybe bit nodes? You can see. Yeah, I mean, look, 11K nodes we have. People running their, man, what nodes? And are these even full nodes or reachable nodes? Yeah. So when you look at the global adoption, okay, of Bitcoin and how many users we have in crypto, you know that when I publish a YouTube video on my channel, on Ivan on Tech, like the recent one has 60,000 views on one video. And totally in the world, we have 11,000 Bitcoin nodes. Come on. So I don't think that it makes sense when people say that, you know, it's essential because people run full. Man, who runs full node? Nobody runs full nodes. A few guys, you know, here and there. So, and most of it, I can almost assure you, most of it is companies. Because look at Moralis, for example. The number of nodes we have to run is staggering, the number of nodes. I'm almost certain that most of these nodes we're seeing like 11,000, maybe half of it is just exchanges. And, because look, for us to make this work, for us to be able to have Ethereum, Binance, Matic, we have to run a lot of nodes of each blockchain to be highly available, to be able to load balance. So just one company, Moralis, I mean, we run a lot. We're talking hundreds of nodes in different blockchains. We support hundreds of nodes. And then you look at Bitcoin, probably most of them are just exchanges and different companies. So yeah, I don't think people run their own nodes. But man, I don't want to. I don't want this debate. You know, Bitcoin bad, Bitcoin good. I think Bitcoin is amazing. It's very nice. It's very nice. But when it comes to, you know, people running their nodes, I just have to say what I feel, and I feel that that's not true. That people run their nodes. They don't run their nodes. Most coins are useless at scale. That's why I decided to learn only basics of HTML. Okay, most coins are useful, so you keep to HTML. Got it. Look, at least with HTML you can show some stats. You need some JavaScript though. Learn a bit of JavaScript at least, so you can use Moralis. You can log in users. I mean, that's enough. That's all the blockchain knowledge you need in order to build a dapp. Just a bit of JavaScript. The only thing I can do with Bitcoin is to print a paper with my private keys and wipe. Okay. Let's keep it civil, guys. Like let's keep it civil. But yeah, look, something that is, I run my full node. Yeah, perfect. It's not difficult to run a node, but people don't do it. That's the thing. Ivan, let's focus more on ETH layer 2 and things like Avalanche. Forget about Bitcoin. When are you guys planning to integrate ZK Sync? When they have an EVM? They still don't have ZK EVM. They're gonna have ZK EVM in August, but we're gonna support it for sure. For sure, we're gonna have ZK. Avalanche should be in August, at least on the node side. So one thing we're doing a lot right now is ensuring we can move quickly in the future. That's why we're taking it a bit easy with number of networks, because we need to have infrastructure that heals, that scales, where we can add new networks as easy as possible. And it's a lot of automation. It's quite a complex system to make this work, what you see on the screen. And from the beginning, of course, I thought we're gonna add like 20 networks already in the summer, but the complexity is increasing exponentially, because you add a new network. Okay, now everything is exponential because everything is talking to everything. Okay, that's the thing. Everything is talking to everything. It's like a network. It grows exponential. So when you have a network, like you have a group of friends and you add a new friend, the number of connections in the network is growing exponentially. So, but we will have a lot of networks, like 20 networks. Let's see how many. But what we've noticed is that we need to put a bit more time into automating and ensuring that the infrastructure is solid, so that we can then quickly add a lot of networks without having issues, without like having a lot of problems. Because if we would do it too early, like if we would push, you know, in June, we had a lot of more networks than now in June, because we had like Moonbeam, we had Moonbeam testnet, but we had to take a step back to ensure that we have our core networks and that they're automated, everything works perfectly, and probably very, very soon we can push more. But yeah, that was very, very important. Adding networks scales complexity exponentially, and we will do that. But before we do that, we need to ensure everything is solid when it comes to all systems talking to each other. So yeah, that's important. Love Bitcoin was worried about regulations stifling innovation. Is it Bitcoin itself Is it Bitcoin itself doing? Not really sure what you mean. I mean, regulators will. They're here already. I mean, the crypto space is regulated. That's the thing. It's always been regulated. It's just that right now we see a lot of talks and a lot of proposals back and forth, all about the fact that traditional finance is waking up. Traditional finance is discovering what DeFi is, and that's is just natural. Of course, they're gonna come. They've been here already, but it's just that I think they've never taken us seriously before DeFi. Where does Moralis name actually come from? Any meaning, or is it just a fancy name? It's a very nice name. We do have our designer TB who proposed it when we started, and we loved it. It sounds very nice. I don't know what it means, but it sounds fantastic. Is Moralis Web3 API built on Web3 JS API, or how does it work? So Web3 API, let's see where I can go. It's built on a lot of things. When you look, for example, at the NFT, to get all the NFTs of an address, you have to index. You have to index the block. You cannot just ask it from the blockchain. Like here, for example, if you want to get all NFTs from one address, there's no way to ask it from the blockchain. You have to see all NFTs they received and then look up the balance of each NFT. So it's a lot of taking the data from Ethereum, from Binance, from Matic, putting it into something that you can actually query, like SQL, build indexes, keep indexes up to date, and then based on that massive, ginormous SQL, which is terabytes and terabytes and terabytes and terabytes and terabytes, you can do some queries. Like, for example, everything here in the API. This is not something you can just ask from the blockchain. For example, if you use our NFT endpoint and you want to ask all the NFTs of an address, for example, let's say this one, you will see that metadata is resolved. That's impossible from the blockchain. You need to index everything. If you do something like this, for example, receive the unique NFTs within a contract, and when you get all metadata, if you do it yourself, man, it's a lot. You need to first ask the blockchain, then you need to resolve metadata, you need to fetch. It's a lot of requests. Let's say you're building an app where you have a marketplace, NFT marketplace, and you have a user with 100 NFTs. To figure out all the metadata and do all requests, yeah, it's a lot. So a lot of these things you cannot ask from the blockchain. And the next step, of course, is to open up access to that ginormous SQL database, not only through these endpoints, but also through SQL querying language. So you can actually write your own SQL queries. That's going to be next. That's also what we discussed last week, Moralis query, that you can create your own queries and ask anything about Ethereum or Matic or Binance blockchain using SQL. Because if you talk to the blockchain right now, it's not like a database. You cannot read, you cannot really access it. You cannot do queries. The Ethereum node is structured like a tree. All information is stored like a tree. It's impossible to query, traverse. It's horrible. It's horrible. It makes sense for consensus, but it's horrible for querying. To query anything, you have to have an index, yeah. And there are different solutions. I mean, one solution is to create a subgraph. Another solution is to just push everything into an SQL, which we've done. So yeah, that's how that is. What about Solidity? Is it necessary? No, I mean Solidity you don't need for many dapps. You don't even need Solidity for many dapps. Like for example, to build something like this, when you build the messaging app with group chats with permissions, you don't need to know Solidity. The Moralis, it's a spell which makes dev life easy. Exactly, that's a good one. That's what Moralis name means exactly. For ERC20 interaction, Solidity is simple for practiced. Yeah, I mean you don't need to know Solidity to interact with it. Like you don't have to write Solidity. I can interact with Solidity from like it's very easy interface. You can use Web3 library to call different methods. So yeah. Love you, Ivan. Thanks for everything you give to the community. AJ, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Does the slow changes on Bitcoin make it more reliable since its monetary policy cannot be modified? Yeah, probably. I mean, when it comes to digital gold, it's Bitcoin, 100%. 100%. No question about that. Yeah. Let's see. On the other hand, nobody, for example, in Ethereum will actually decrease in supply. Bitcoin will always increase until, at least until it's basically flat. But that's gonna be, what is it? 2,140 or something, where it's gonna be basically no block reward. With proof of stake and with fee burn, Ethereum supply will actually most likely decrease. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, I get the point that it's more difficult to change Bitcoin, so therefore it's more secure. But it really depends how you look at it, because Bitcoin still dumps a lot. Bitcoin dumps 80%. I mean, in a bear market, it gets destroyed. As much as alts, as much as ETH. All right, so yeah, it really depends. If you're looking for safety, is Bitcoin safe? I don't know, guys. It dumps like hell. It dumped from 60K to 30, like all cryptos. Like Bitcoin is not more safe than ETH in my view, for example. But look, I do love Bitcoin, but I like ETH more. I cannot hide this. I cannot hide it. But Bitcoin is the king right now. Of course, it's leading the market. But when things drop, man, Bitcoin will drop a lot. Like it's done already, like here. I mean, it's crazy. It went. So when people say, look, Bitcoin is so safe, like safer than other coins, it still dump 56%. Let's see ETH. ETH probably dumped more, but the upside is also way higher. So let's see ETH from the highs. How much it dumped? Yeah, it dumped a bit more, but is it much more? Few percent. So yeah, there is some truth, of course, to the argument, but let's see how it will perform. I mean, we're all in crypto. Why? Because we're early adopters. So when I look, for example, at ETH or Bitcoin, it's all about what is the biggest upside and biggest potential. And it feels that Bitcoin we've kind of reached. I mean, what kind of potential? It will probably go to hundreds of thousands, Bitcoin, I think. But it's just that we know the potential. The potential is like within what we can imagine. You know what I mean? Bitcoin will still go, I'm sure, to hundreds of thousands, maybe million. Let's see how high it will go. But what I mean is, everyone kind of knows what Bitcoin is, understands. Not in the world entirely, but in the crypto community. We know what Bitcoin is very clearly. ETH, new use cases each and every year. Look, in 2019, we didn't have DeFi lending. We didn't have any of these derivatives. We didn't have Uniswap. I mean, ETH, the horizons are unknown, and it's going to be deflationary. So yeah, guys, I don't want to sit here and shill you ETH, but I do like it. What can I say? What can I say? Am I biased? Probably. But yeah, you know, I've been in crypto since 2013. Also, as a dev, I like new tech. I like when things happen. I like when you have, and people will of course say, but Bitcoin is stable, it's better money. Okay, perfect, it's better money, but the returns are better in ETH. For example, and tech is more exciting in ETH, and community is more exciting. So what should I do in Bitcoin? Should I just hold it and that's it? I cannot build on it. I can only tweet about it. I can put laser eyes. Okay, maybe I can mine it, but no, because you need to be a huge miner. So yeah, what can I do with Bitcoin? I can sit on it, I can send, and I can receive it, basically. Yeah. Is it true that most ETH nodes are on cloud servers? Probably, just like Bitcoin. You think most Bitcoin nodes are on, all crypto nodes are on cloud servers. All crypto nodes, most likely. Most of them, yeah. But I do enjoy the discussion about this. ETH, Bitcoin is fascinating, yeah. But look, don't get me wrong. All nodes are on cloud servers. You look at the number we looked at, 11. What kind of stats can we look at to prove or disprove that? Maybe you know. But my assumption is also that most of these nodes are company nodes, and company nodes, they are on cloud. 100% they're on cloud. That's how you run. You can run multi-cloud. You can have many clouds. You can have a cloud that is local to your country, which makes it, everything is a cloud. Look, Even if you have a data center in your country, which is not like, you know, a big tech data center, it's still cloud. I mean, everything is cloud. You think that Bitcoin is being run from the bedrooms of people? Like this 11,000, you think it's bedrooms? 11,000 bedrooms, they run Bitcoin? I doubt it. I doubt it. Maybe. But if we have stats, that would be good. ETH gas prices are, yeah, I know, it's horrible. It's horrible. ETH gas, horrible. It's unusable. That's why we have Matic, we have Binance Chain. Look, when people say that ETH is not going to get replaced because it's, you know, you have ETH maxis as well, I don't like it either. When they say that, you know, Matic is bad because ETH is this, you know, OG, credible, neutral, most decentralized, more secure. Yeah, I don't know about that. Like when it comes to Binance and the Matic and Solana, I think the game is still so early. You cannot be certain about anything. I'm not saying that ETH will never get replaced because fees are horrible. Obviously, we see growth in Polygon and Binance Chain. Obviously, so to be an ETH maxi doesn't make sense either. And if you are ETH maxi, you also miss a ton of gains, an insane amount of gains. Absolutely insane. When you look at alts, if you're Bitcoin maxi, you're missing all of it. If you're ETH maxi, at least you get ETH pump, but you're also missing 99% of the rest. So yeah, it's to be ETH maxi, it also doesn't make sense because of course we need to be pragmatic. The only thing that drives humanity forward is pragmatism, not dogmatism, not fanatic, not some kind of, you know, maxi in any direction. So when people say, hey, ETH is the only way forward for smart contracts, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Binance Chain is ETH disguised. Great for now, but will not last. Binance Chain is not the easiest. I mean, we have a lot of experience running Binance Chain. It's not the easiest to run, I can tell you. It's a lot of instability because they push all the parameters to the max. And I wonder also how the blockchain will look like in, let's say, 3 years, because it's already massive. You know, right now, full archive Binance Chain node, like 17 terabyte. They've only been active for a few months, really, really active. Maybe they've been active like heavily from February, and already 17 terabytes. To sync, 2 months, 1 to 2 months, full archive. So how they will perform, I have no clue long term, but it's gonna be hundreds of terabytes. Soon, Binance Chain full archive, hundreds of terabytes is gonna be, 100%. Is it reasonable to have it long term? I don't know. Let's see. But the most important thing is to be open-minded. This is so early. We're so early. To say that anything will win doesn't make sense. And that's also a big reason why you use Moralis. Because Moralis supports all chains. Which means that if you use the SDK, use Moralis SDK, for example, to log in a user, to get assets from the user, to get their transactions, to get their historic transactions, and so on and so forth, it's cross-chain. If a new chain comes, you can reuse your whole app on another chain. That's the thing. When we add Solana, to get token balances on Solana, we're going to make it as similar, if not as identical as possible to how it is to get tokens on Ethereum through Moralis. That's why Moralis is kind of like this moment we had in PC. You remember before Windows came, you had to build your app for specific CPU, for specific GPU, for specific hard drive, and then new hardware comes and your app doesn't work because you built for specific hardware. This is what most blockchain developers are doing right now, which is horrible. They build their dapps for specific chains. Why? Build on Moralis, it works everywhere. And you don't have to worry about whether ETH will win, Binance will win, Matic. Why care? Why care? Just build it on Moralis. It works everywhere. New chain comes, it works. Solana comes, it works. That's the vision. And that's very important because that's how we accelerate the development. Of course, if you think about this community, we're not efficient as developers if we have to start from scratch if we want to support a new chain. Ethereum developers that are going to support Solana, I don't know how they're going to do it. They have to start from scratch, from zero. When you have a platform like Moralis, you can be more efficient. You can have more certainty. You can have more investment in crypto. What do I mean by that? I know many corporations that want to be in crypto, but they don't know what to choose. Should we choose ETH or Binance or Solana or Elrond? And it becomes uncertain. And so they're waiting on the sidelines. With Moralis, you build on all of them. You don't have to choose. Just like when you build on, let's say, Windows or OS X, Mac OS, you don't care about each CPU, GPU, will Intel win or will some kind of other chip manufacturer win. So, and we're so early in crypto where we're still building for specific chains, for specific ecosystems. That's not how it will be. So that's changing rapidly, of course, yeah. What's the status of Moralis SDK? We have a lot of progress. As always, I tell you that it's gonna be in a week, but you know, right now, let me see. We're very close on the plugins. Let's see. I can show you the recent developments in the plugins. I hope this is the last week where I say that, you know, it's gonna be this or like within a week. But I'm always a bit too optimistic when it comes to how fast we will do it. Let's see, scrolling. But we're almost finished. But you know, the last 20%, they take like half of the time. You think you're 80% finished. In reality, you're like halfway, just only half there, halfway. Let's see. There. Will it open up? I mean, we're very soon. We have most of the designs. One second. Most of the designs already done and implemented, most importantly. And most of the logic. So this is how a plugin is going to look like. So we're going to have, and this is like a live website already, a splash screen, some kind of, you know, splash screen about the plugin, plugin logo. So this is just a placeholder, version, last updated, and then the description. And you can install it by clicking here. Let's see. Oh, but I need to be on. Yeah, so this also works. Let me just try it. It's not in production, but we have it in the staging environment where you click install plugin and it gets added to your Moralis instance. And also this plugin we've developed ourselves is called Exchange plugin. Basically, you can now sync your balances from Coinbase, from Kraken, from Binance, and they will also end up in your Moralis account for your users. That's important. So when we're saying that, you know, you're building a chat app based on how much funds different users hold, that they can access different groups, you can also soon, when we have the plugins, you can also see their own exchange balances. So that's going to be important extension. But yeah, I mean, to summarize, first we're going to launch the plugins, and then we're going to do the SDK. So yeah, and if you signed up for that SDK email list, where is that, by the way? We had the list, I remember, interest, let's see, plugin. If you sign up for Moralis Mage, you will also get that. So yeah, forget about that other list. Just sign up here, and as soon as we have the SDK to try, we will email you. Hopefully it will be in August. I want that to be in August, yeah. Okay, it great it exists, onboarding many folks. That's how rabbit hole began. I used to leverage and got wrecked, learned a lot. Yeah, I mean, leverage is, I don't think that leverage is evil per se. Leverage is a very important tool, but 99% of people, as also we've seen in crypto, they don't know how to use it, unfortunately. But leverage is a tool if it's used correctly, and this is how you should use it, if you are to use it. But if you're a developer, you shouldn't use it. But let's say you do leverage trade. Why do you need leverage? Many people think that leverage is increasing your risk. And it is like that if you don't know what you're doing. But if you know what you're doing, leverage actually decreases your risk. Okay? Let's say I have $1,000 and I believe that Bitcoin will go up. And I want to trade with my $1,000. Okay? But I don't want to risk $1,000. I want still to trade with $1,000, but I don't want to risk my $1,000. And I think Bitcoin will go up. So I can put in $250 with leverage. I can trade as if I traded my 1,000, but my downside is just 250, okay? So you decrease risk if you use it properly. If you use it like that, it is proper. It's risk management. Leverage actually decreases your risk. You have proper stop losses set. You trade with 1K, but you only risk 250. So yeah, that's how, but yeah, most people, they FOMO in 100x wrecked, yeah. Do you think there will be new OS for blockchain in the future? Well, blockchain doesn't need operating system. Blockchain needs something like, I mean, Moralis in a way you can call it like some kind of OS for sure, because it's doing the same functions. It's not an operating system, but it's the same functions. Whether we need some kind of operating system, I'm not sure what you mean with operating system. Like if you mean something that you install on your machine and that that your machine uses when you boot the machine, that will not have, it doesn't make sense. But to have some kind of middleware across different chains, that makes perfect sense. That's what Moralis does, and the use case is clearly there. ETH was only proof of concept. Now the bag holders don't want to let go. Human logic. ETH was not built to last. Yeah, I mean, let's see how. Of course, ETH started as a as experiment for sure, but Bitcoin also. Everything starts like an experiment. But let me show you maybe the biggest experiment of them all. Can I draw? Yes, I have said this a few times, but I think the most interesting experiment of them all, failed technology that is widely adopted, that is used every day, that is still being taught, is this. I mean, how come to build a website we have to use this garbage of tech? I think it is garbage. If we sit together today and we ask ourselves, how should websites be built? You think we're really gonna choose these 3 languages, which are totally different? I mean, to build a website, I need to learn 3 languages. Not only that, once I know this, I cannot build anything really. I need to learn React, okay? I need to learn React, all right? And in the past, just a few years ago, I had to learn Angular. And now I have to learn React, yeah. So when people say, okay, this tech is bad, I can agree, but it can still be the standard, okay? Because this is the standard for building tech, okay? And for building websites. And is it good tech? No. Email, another example. Is it good tech? Horrible tech. Very bad tech. You can spoof emails, Google email spoofing. I can send an email that looks like you sent it. Horrible. Email was not made for the use that we use it for today. I can pretend to be anyone using email. So yeah, bad tech, it doesn't matter. If it's adopted, it's adopted. Do I like Ethereum most in terms of tech? Not necessarily, because many things are it's impossible to use Ethereum. For example, if I want to do anything useful, okay, I need to have a lot of backend. That's why Moralis is really created, because all this frustration that I have to build my own backend to use Ethereum as developer. Doesn't matter if it's the standard, it doesn't matter. And Ethereum is right now the standard for dapps, yeah. And new ecosystems, when they want to have smart contracts, they use Ethereum, EVM. So I'm never looking at whether a tech is ideal, because tech doesn't have to be ideal. It can actually be pretty horrible and still get mass adoption. Like in the examples we just discussed. Is JavaScript the best programming language for everything? Like we use JavaScript everywhere. I don't know. It has no types. It has no types. It's used everywhere. Why? Because it's adopted. It's adopted so quickly, so rapidly, because it's so easy to adopt. And then people discover, it has no types. Damn it. We cannot build anything useful and meaningful that is sustainable with only JavaScript. Now we need TypeScript. Okay. All right. Now we need TypeScript. So it can evolve. So JavaScript is like layer 1, okay? Like with Ethereum, we discover, man, you cannot build anything mass adoption. TypeScript, layer 2. The same as in JavaScript, by the way. TypeScript, layer 2, yeah. Okay, more questions, guys. So now, since DAO is official, when is the token? We don't have any token right now. But we have NFTs. We have NFTs. To earn NFT, you have to have proof of code. Proof of development. Proof of development, how do you do that? You win weekly challenges. So this week, we have this. Let me, by the way, see if the guys have created the group yet in... already, let's see, there we go. Oh, guys, look here. We have the here in our MoralisDAO Discord. You see the Mage? We have now weekly challenge. So here, if you need help with this weekly challenge, so let's see, weekly challenge chat app with groups based on assets. So here, if you need help, you can ask here. Very good. So yeah, we don't have a token. We're gonna be dropping NFTs. There's no sale. Like you cannot buy the NFTs. It's did the email go out for magazine? Philip, can you check, or TB or someone who's watching? When did we have? Oh, we did have magazine. I think yesterday, right? The first one. Probably yesterday it was the first magazine. Bitcoin is like TCP/IP. Better to have simple base layer and complex. So Mungo, Bitcoin, unfortunately, it's not TCP/IP because you cannot build on it. It's virtually impossible. Like it's not made to be built on it. I know there is one app which is Lightning Network, and that's it basically. But look, I will stop because yeah, I need to re-sign up. Didn't get one. TB or someone, Philip, can we confirm in the chat how the yesterday evening? Yeah, it did go out. So look, Bitcoin, it's not TCP/IP, unfortunately, because you cannot build on it. Okay, there are no apps on it. It's more like gold. Okay, it's gold. You found some gold, perfect. Can you build on it? Man, not really. You can build a centralized exchange on it. That's it. But although Lightning Network, let's give it some credit. Let's see. It did grow a lot over the past few weeks. Let me check. I mean, just look at how much fees are paid. Because looking at how much fees are paid, it's one of the key metrics you can have how something is used. But see, this is good. At least Bitcoin now has some respectable value in Lightning Network. 100 million. But 100 million, it's like, how do I say it? Coffee money, okay? It's like your candy money, your cookie money. You know, you give a kid a cookie money, some cookie money so you can buy some cookies, okay? 100 million in DeFi is like cookie money. We just had a DeFi hack for 600 million. Did you see that? The hacker stole 600 million, then he returned 600 million, okay? This is the amounts we're dealing with in DeFi, okay? 100, okay, perfect. It's now starting to be respectable. Look at Aave, 14 billion. Instadapp, 11 billion. Curve Finance, 10 billion. Compound, 9 billion. Maker. So is 100 million good? It's good. 100 million is less than 1% of like Aave, for example. So pocket change, exactly. Pocket change, yeah, pocket change. Yeah. So I wouldn't say that Bitcoin is TCP/IP because it just has like one thing on it and it's not even big. Bitcoin, let's see, can we see Bitcoin on Bitcoin at work? So Bitcoin at work is Bitcoin on, like, you know, on Ethereum. So this is a custodial, this is custodial. So you see, Bitcoin on Ethereum is like billions. Now, to be fair, these two right here, they are custodial. RenBTC, as if you ignore the top ones, which you can say are custodial, like exchanges, just look at the other ones, like SBTC, PBTC, those more decentralized ones. This has like 600, 100, yeah. So I would say that ETH is more like TCP/IP if TCP/IP also would clone itself and then compete with itself, because ETH now has Binance and Matic, which is kind of competing, ZK Sync. So everyone is copying, but you cannot say that Bitcoin is TCP/IP, as if Bitcoin is some kind of network which is like all engulfing, which everyone builds upon, like TCP/IP. TCP/IP is this global neutral network which everyone builds on. And so to say that Bitcoin is that, no, you cannot say that, because nobody is building there. You can say that EVM is TCP/IP. See, EVM is true TCP/IP because and because EVM is running on Ethereum, Binance chain, Moralis, Matic, maybe Moralis gonna have, ZK Sync, but it's also copies of it. So it's not fair to compare to the internet, where in the internet you have just one, you know, you have one protocol, TCP/IP, and then you base everything on that. In crypto, you have like many of this. You have copy of TCP/IP here, copy there, and Bitcoin is like 1% of that. Okay, so yeah, that's how it is. Yeah. There are many dapps building Sphinx chat app. Perfect. Let me see. Maybe I should use some Sphinx chat app. Let's explore Bitcoin DeFi. One thing I do like one Bitcoin DeFi, and that is that DEX, the green DEX, what it's called. Where you can trade like Monero and stuff. Okay, let's see. Get on Sphinx. Each. Okay, nice. Yeah, perfect. Light, dedicated. Yeah, good. Maybe we should chat on Sphinx. Very nice. See, they need MetaMask or something. Light, but it's centralized, right? You get a server from them, and yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good. But your assets, I mean, the good thing with ETH is that all assets are yours, you see? You get dedicated channel. See, this is why I don't like Lightning, because when you use ETH, you always have your own assets. When people ask me, for example, so if I use Moralis tools, is it centralized? No, it's not, because you have all assets. All assets are on chain. You have all assets. Nobody else has assets. You have your own assets. You use any dApp on Ethereum, you have your assets. If let's say I use Sphinx chat, I get dedicated channel which will hold my assets, correct? You probably know more, but this is the thing. Sovereign, exactly, sovereign. So sovereign is good, yeah. But the thing I don't like about Lightning mostly is that, at least when I tried, and look, it was a while ago, I tried it. It was like in early 2020, I tried it. And that's the thing, when you enter ETH, you kind of don't go back. But when I tried it in early 2020, it was kind of impossible to run a Lightning node. All the routes were failing, but maybe now it's good. I need to retry it. You can connect, okay, perfect. I can connect to my own node. Sovereign, these guys I can recommend. If you want some Bitcoin DeFi, go check this. Sovereign, I like these guys. Yeah, I need to try out Sphinx with my own node. But this is like the closest I've seen to real DeFi on Bitcoin. So yeah, let's see. Move your head, where should I move it? But yeah, fantastic discussions, guys, fantastic discussions. I have a lot of opinions. Dr. Kindle, so proud of you, Ivan. Thanks for pushing the envelope. Yes, thanks. Just enough for Moralis Magazine. Is there any confirmation that I will receive? Philip, do we have any confirmation for Moralis Magazine? One thing, though, is that we need in Moralis Magazine to be able to see past issues. We should have a website for that where we just link past issues. How do you think we should approach protocol for jobs? Student here. Not sure what you mean. If you want job in crypto and you know Moralis, I can get you a job. Look, we need people to work for us. If you know Moralis, come work for us. We need help in the forum. That's one way to start. But then also, we have a lot. We have a lot of projects reaching out, looking for Moralis developers. Yeah. The project is 6 months old. So we started with production. We went production ready in June. So it's production ready for like 2.5 months or so, yeah. Got the limit, perfect. Move your, oh yeah. Okay guys, more questions, more debates with Bitcoin versus ETH. I'm ready for debates. It was fun time, by the way. Thanks for the questions. But other than that, Mungo, Kibiru, it was very easy to run your own Bitcoin Lightning node using Umbrella, Ras, Pilits, and many other. Perfect. Yeah, so Mungo, tell me, you're only Bitcoin or you're also ETH? I mean, the good thing with the Bitcoin is, by the way, guys, for all of you maxis watching this, let me show you something, because we do have a course done by my colleague Philip. If you want to satisfy your, let's see. We have lightning course in the academy. I will show you. Questions. I would ask my questions on Moralis Discord. Yeah, you can ask there. You can ask there. But if you know Moralis already, we also need you. Don't go somewhere else. Go work for us first, because we need help in the forum. And lightning. Dun, dun. See, if you want to build on lightning, we have a course done by Philip in our academy. Lightning Network and Lightning app programming. See, I'm not the instructor. It's actually wrong on our website. So, yeah, you learn about watchtowers, closing channel, opening channel, this and that. Yep. Oops. Kindly share the ordered playlist. So one thing we don't have is an ordered playlist how to learn Moralis, but we do have docs which are ordered. So if you go to docs.moralis.io, and you just go here to getting started, and you go to prerequisites, you read this, you see some videos, introduction, you read here, quick start, you read here. I mean, this is the perfect way to learn. Then you go to users, intro, email login, you see a video. So the ordered way is to just go into docs, because here we have videos for most things. For example, crypto wallet login, video, boom. Another video, boom. Merging addresses, video, boom. So this is the ordered. But you know, we have so many videos on this channel about different things, and we need to order them, yeah. But to learn in an orderly fashion, you can just go to docs.moralis.io and you can do these guides. Step 1, step 2, step 3, how to build a simple dapp in a few minutes. This is probably the best way to start, how to do it. Ivan, subscribe for 1 month of Ivan Tech. Perfect. Good to hear, good to hear. Hritvik 3 patch. You kind of have worked on Moralis. Yeah, that's perfect. So one thing that we're now hiring, guys. If you want to work with us, we do have a job for you. Like I said, right now we need some help in the forum. So let me know in the Discord if you want to help. To know if you can help, you can, for example, go here. See, this guy has some issue with wallet. Go here, yeah, then you need to read what's happening, bam, bam, bam. And then you need to answer. As you can see, Crypto Kid, big shout out to you. Working with us, answers. So you need to basically read see the error, something not defined, and then help there. So this is what we need help with. Let's see, this guy has some issue with something. We have Yomo, our guy. Big shout out to Yomo if you're watching. Answering, bam, bam. Because this is gonna grow exponentially, and we're already seeing it's growing a lot. Sometimes, you know, I wake up, there's like 10 questions here, and we need to answer. So that's the best thing about Moralis from a developer standpoint. We have a lot of support. We have great docs, great community, chat, Discord, live streams. Because when we started Moralis, and really when we were thinking, how should a library, how should a developer tool be? We wanted to be like our dream developer tool. What would I dream about when learning about a new developer tool? Well, the first day, I'm completely noob. I don't know anything when I'm learning a new developer tool. I want to go to forum and ask. And look, I think that most programming forums are horrible. Let me know if you've noticed that. You go to Stack Overflow, you ask a question. Your question gets trashed because it's like this elitism in the programming forums. Normally, It's like if you haven't researched and like read half of Stack Overflow, they will always get super upset and like, hey, well, you didn't read this answer that somebody answered like 5 years ago, or your question is bad. But look, I think everyone has this experience. You learning programming, you're like a student, you ask something on Stack Overflow and you get destroyed, demolished. And so we wanted to build a friendly, developer-friendly forum for our tool, because I don't want, I don't want to send everyone to Stack Overflow to get slaughtered. Stack Overflow is great because there are a lot of solutions, but if you have a problem and you want to ask something, it's not a good experience. Here you can ask anything. Look, you can ask anything in the forum, you can ask anything in Discord, we help anytime. So we were also thinking, how do we create the best tool possible for devs that we would have enjoyed when we were learning programming. So that's why we have as good docs as possible, with videos like I showed you here, because sometimes you read docs, especially in crypto. Crypto docs are horrible in most cases because this tech is so new and people don't really focus on docs. But we wanted to create as grandma proof as possible. Even your grandma can learn this, okay? This is how we wanted to simplify it as much as possible, yeah. So that's the whole idea here. Can I fork my own meme coin using? You can fork your own meme coin by just deploying. We have a lot of tutorials on that. Search on Moralis YouTube how to launch a Binance Chain token, or how to launch Polygon token, or how to launch Ethereum. We have many tutorials about launching coins. Even yet, the real world operates independent. I'm now at Capstone. Can you guess? Capstone, what is that? Is it some kind of English expression, capstone? Yeah, I don't know what it is. Can develop games? Yeah, you can. Oh, guys, you want to see something? I have a video for you. I have a video for you guys. I'm glad that you asked. I'm glad that you asked. Give me 1 second, guys. Do some push-ups. While I'm finding this, do some nice push-ups, because I'm very glad you asked. There is a very nice video that you have to see right now about game development in... I don't know why I didn't show it in the beginning. I should have shown this. This is very nice. Okay.
My name is Curtis Naples, and I have built Polymon World, which is a Unity game using polychain monsters. It is a 3D multiplayer RPG game where you can fight, trade, socialize with your Polymon and other players. Our alpha release is currently under development, and it will be coming out in a few months. I chose to use Moralis because it had all of the tools that I needed for building a fully fledged NFT game using on-chain NFTs, and it gave me access to all the data I needed, as well as real-time transactions to verify ownership during gameplay. I've been building games for many years, and there's always been many challenges, and it takes a lot of time setting up infrastructure and other things. Using Moralis, all of this infrastructure was in place, and I was able to set up relatively quickly within a week or so. I would recommend Moralis to all other developers, not just blockchain developers. I believe that there is use case in Moralis for any developer, and if you're going to be using blockchain, it is a must-have. It has all of the features and tools of a blockchain platform, as well as the features and tools from many traditional platforms. It's an all-in-one platform, and it's worth its weight in gold to learn.
Perfect. Thanks, Curtis. Thanks, Curtis. I mean, I can talk about Moralis all day long, but it's better that devs talk about Moralis. So we're gonna publish this soon. There is also, I show you, I think I have 2 in-depth videos how to create games. For example, Avegotchi. If you search Avegotchi and then you scroll down, okay, Avegotchi, I will not take. Sometimes YouTube is so bad at web search engine. Can it give me my video I did about Avegotchi? Doesn't want to give me my video. Sometimes I'm trying to find my videos just searching. Let's see, Avegotchi. There you go. So here's another video.
If you are a blockchain developer, listen carefully, because in this video I will show you how to create a simple multiplayer NFT game. So as you can see, I have my Avagotchis here. I move this guy right here and it moves in all other screens. And these are real Avagotchis. As you can see, if I go to my Avagotchi account, I have this guy right here and it is the same picture that I have right here. So when I log in, the game recognizes which NFT I have and then I move it around and it's correct. Everywhere it moves, it's updated in real time. And here I have this Avagotchi, and as you can see, I move it right here and it moves everywhere else. The most important thing about this program is that it's very short. Look here. The whole program for the server to make this work is just 119 lines of code. And then we have this API right here, but you don't have to worry about it. It's not really part of the main server logic. This is the main server logic, just 119 lines of code. And most importantly, this game ensures that you cannot cheat. You cannot try to hack the front end. You cannot try to hack the website so that the website itself can move the character somewhere else.
Yeah. You can go and watch this video also. But of course, you can use for games. Yes. And thanks for asking, because we have a lot to show, like in terms of games that have used in the past, and we also have a lot of tutorials how to do games. Avagotchi vid. Yeah, let me send it to you 1 second. There you go. So where is? There you go. Okay. Next streams should start with exactly. We should start next streams. How many super farm games are being? So it's not games. It's super farm. Their marketplace using NFC API. Avagotchi was a nice vid, made sense for a new user not having... Perfect. Which are the most successful project on more difficult... Say, I would say check out Superfarm, check out Mover. Mover is the one that we've been showing for a few times. Mover wallet. But also it's difficult to know exactly because we have so many people using. That's the thing. We have a lot of people adopting. And when it comes to like traditional tech, these guys... Mover using. When it comes to games, Polymon, Superfarm. So you can also go. We announce all the partnerships that we know about. I mean, when we have somebody that uses and we do a partnership, we also announce here on our blog. So the last one that we did like official was with Mover. Cyberfi, of course. Cyberfi was also a recent one. So these are the ones that Redotto, it's on Cardano, by the way. So the recent ones you can find here. But also there are many that we don't know because anyone can use Moralis without even announcing it. But the ones that have reached out to us and wanted to announce, yes, those we have in the blog. And please remember, all of this in less than 2 months. In less than 2 months of production, being in production. So at the end of the year, hopefully we're going to see way more. Does Moralis work on XDAI? So right now it works fully on Binance, Matic, or Polygon, and ETH. XDAI we haven't added at the moment. We're thinking what we should add. One thing we will add is EK Sync. They always, like I told you, when deciding which blockchain to add, we have to look at the ecosystem. And there is no like huge one. No, Binance really exploded, became global very quickly. And if we are to adopt a new ecosystem, we really want to be sure that it doesn't die. There is not some kind of 2 weeks of hype. XDAI has been here for quite some time. But let me know if you want. We will soon, by the way, have a vote where you can vote which chains you want to add. But at the moment, we don't have XDAI because which dapps do you use on XDAI? Is HoneySwap still going strong? XDAI ecosystem. XDAI ecosystem. Infrastructure, Origin Trail, HoneySwap, Curve Finance, yeah. See, there's not, at least from my perspective, we're very subjective. There's not a lot of this grassroots DeFi ecosystem. Like, for example, on Binance, you have a lot. Like, for example, on Polygon, you have a lot. So what we can absolutely do is to offer nodes, but to integrate in the whole API, we need to be a bit strategic because our complexity scales exponentially with each new chain. So yeah, let's see. Any new hackathon? Yes, we will have a hackathon with actually Avagotchi. We will sponsor their hackathon. So actually very soon, you go and watch this video if you want to prepare. If you want to be in Avagotchi hackathon. Oh, by the way, this is a good question. So we're gonna sponsor Avagotchi hackathon It's all about building games on Aavegotchi. And I literally made a game with Aavegotchi in this video. And you can get the code here already. So if you have some ideas about what to build on top of Aavegotchi, you can participate in Aavegotchi Hackathon, yeah. He likes Pulse. I'm waiting to see how it works. Let's see, yeah, let's see how it launches. I did do a donation to Cents, so I will get some Pulse. Let's see how it evolves. Wrecked plebs love Hex. Well, I wouldn't call Hex wrecked plebs because look at the charts, man. But look, at the end of the day, if they can have users, amazing. That's the only thing that matters. Will people transact or not? Will there be dapps or not? That's the only thing that matters. And then who founded it? That's from the standpoint of which tech wins, is adoption, only adoption. I love this idea. I wish I had more space and time for this. Maybe later. I'm so excited. Patrick, very good. Very, very good. Guys, that's it. Let's round this off. To summarize, be active in the DAO, aka Discord for now, but also aka be active in the challenges. So as you know now, we do have this moment, Return of the Mage, Moralis Mage moment. I hope you enjoyed the story, by the way, because not only did I do the sound design, I also recorded the narrative. So I hope you did enjoy that narrative. So next week at 6 p.m. we're gonna be back. So sign up to become Moralis Mage using the link below. You're gonna be getting Moralis magazine each and every week. Most importantly, join Discord and see you all. Can you do a video game based on RuneScape Marketplace? I want... trade resources, not NFTs, like gold and iron. That sounds like a good idea. Maybe you should, but should I build? You should build it. Can you do? Well, maybe you're asking, is it possible? It's possible. You should do it. You should do it. Maybe in a week. So this week we have the chat based on assets theme for building. Maybe next week we're gonna have something more with games. Maybe something with Aavegotchi so that we can work together in the Aavegotchi Hackathon. That would be great. That probably is very good if we can work together during Aavegotchi Hackathon to do something amazing. So someone from our community can win that hackathon. Let's see, guys. Have a good day. Smash the like, enjoy, and goodbye, guys.